rate is pretty decent. It's a very unorthodox pick.
Of course,
not a lot of pick rates coming into all the MPLs across every single region, but it is a viable pick. A hero that fits the requirements that Evos-SG needs, and absolutely tanky. And you know, look at it. If Odia Bambi tries to hit hard onto the Battleic, some of the damage is bound to reflect on either the Harif or the Kufa himself.
This is true. Yeah,
so I think this is a fantastic pick coming in for Evos-SG.
Also, if it's playoffs, man, there's no other time to pull out like an ace in the hole. It might as well be now. You know, Evos-SG, they need a trump card. They need something.
Shock factor.
Yeah, a shock factor. It's like, Kingsmen look at this, what? You know, they're so surprised. Now we are into the land of Dawn. Evos-SG, the first initiative with 3 members in mid, going to be pushing out. A1, A2 has to deal with this now. Azura-X is lying in wait. He might just get chanced upon here. Good knock-up, putting the damage down to multiple members, but Azura-X bit off more than he can chew, has to flicker away. SG, they still have the initiative here in the mid side, but Potato's just going to walk away with level 2. He's going to take purple buff.
It looks like it's going to be a very interesting lane composition across the board for both Kingsmen and Evos. You have this Chang'e against the Harif early game. Chang'e not going to be able to harass the Harif too much. He's going to have a pretty much easy passive laning phase until he gets the Calamity Reaper. Meanwhile, bottom lane, you're going to have a bit more exciting fight between the Paquito and the Esmeralda, both pretty much considered melee. What do you think about this matchup in mid though?
Right now you could see that like JPL is just shadowing him, right? Knowing that they just need to get the lane priority so they can get something done in the jungle. When it comes to clears, I feel like Bruno and Granger are about the same. They're no Yusun Shin, right? When it comes to speed and flash farming, so they need to ensure that their jungle is safe and then look for the first rotation and first turtle.
Evos just trying their luck a bit. Azura-X going to the tower's res, trying to go for the jump. Oh, they burned the flicker really early into the game, but it looks like neither of these teams really wanted to commit to the fight. JPL taking a bit too many shots there. The flame shot comes out from A1, A2, but falls just a little bit short at getting the first blood.
Soul rotates up early. He's just going to hit level 4 here, so he has the knockout punch. If Azura-X is not careful, A1, A2, he might just get caught. Oh, look at the damage! And that is first blood for Soul. They're chasing onto a little bit more. Oh dear, Bambi, he's in a lot of trouble. Does not have the dash. It's a double for Soul, the returning veteran. Evos-SG strike first.
Not only does this gain so much momentum for Evos, but the fact that Kingsmen did not get anything in return means that now Evos can look to secure the turtle for themselves.
Love the rotation from Soul. So smart, understanding that I don't need level 4 to walk up. I can get level 3 and 3/4, hit the mid lane, pick up the EXP, and then make a play for my team because I have the first mover's advantage. Turtle, like you said, will be picked up by Evos-SG. Now they have the control, now they have the 600 gold lead. Initiative is again in their pockets. They can make the play here as JPL runs in. Looks for the slow, will only find Azura-X.
I was talking about Soul on this Paquito just a minute ago. Both him and the Esmeralda level 4. But look at the difference right now. Soul already about to hit the level 6. Oh dear, Bambi coming to the bottom, trying to pick up a kill on that Paquito. Might just be enough. Goes for the double knockout. Doesn't land onto the Esmeralda and eventually will fall to Oh dear Bambi. A little bit of a small chip there, but look at the top lane.
Good counterplay across the map. Easy pickup for Evos-SG. They send 3 members to ensure they get the cross-map kill. Now, the pressure is on. Azura-X needs to be careful here. JPL is running him down. They don't really have the control, even though JPL does have the Wrath of Dryad. He's using the bouncing ball. Azura-X cannot be controlled. He's going to be walking away. Good timing on the rotation. 4 members strong. Top side. Top tier 1, not long for this world if Evos have their way with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Kingsmen know they can't defend the tier 1, and this is the good thing about Kingsmen. They're still a very experienced side, but Soul now in a little bit of trouble once again. He's not having a good mid-game. Kingsmen, they kind of identify him as a threat. Every single time he pops up in lane, they're looking to bring him down.
Thinking about this though, if the pressure is on Soul, that frees up Potato to make a lot of plays across the map. Pokemon as well is starting to scale up. That Meteor Shower is actually going to hurt when second turtle comes up. Well, look at the items as they appear, but Evos losing the tank is not the worst thing in the world. Kingsmen, at least they find some reprieve. They get consolation prizes across the map, and that's good for them to allow Bambi to get up and activate it too.
Yep, the first power spike coming in for Pokemon, picking up his Ice Cream 1. I'm pretty sure the Necklace of Durance is going to be the next one, thinking,
for sure.
Yeah, you have an Esmeralda, you have a Kagura, you have a Harif, without a doubt, and NOD is a must.
And similar to the side of Kingsmen, you probably do need the NOD against the Estes, so it's going to be a staple item for both teams here as the gold lead hasn't really grown. Kingsmen, they're still holding strong tempo-wise. They're looking to rotate down to the bot lane. Look at Pokemon. Multiple members on the Kingsman side possibly wanting to dive him, but Evos recognize this. They make the rotation down, make sure that Chang'e is safe.
While they're committing to this bottom turtle part, look at Paquito. It's already pushed up to the tier 2. He's going to rejoin onto the fight. Can Chu bring enough damage? And here comes the Meteor Shower just to clear away the bottom wave. But this means that no meteor shower for the next 30 seconds. Kagura in Yang overturn, comes into the side, they catch JPL. Is it enough? Oh dear, baby coming in for the backside of the Death Sonata will bring down the first kill. Azura X gonna trade his life for it. And now Loon coming in. Oh, it's not enough. So with the double knockout, instantly brings the Harif down. And now Evos. Whoa, what a fight.
2 for 1 actually. Insane flank coming from Seoul. The macro play there for Evos, I'm not sure if you realized, they understood, okay, we just need to push top tier 1 out and then use the Meteor Shower to buy time. We don't have to commit to the fight with Meteor Shower. As long as Seoul is able to get a flank, the damage is there. It's equal to Meteor Shower. So their map play now extends their goal lead to 1.5. They probably pick up more here. Azura X has to be careful jumping in from Seoul. He's looking for the knockup, uses the bouncing ball to get away. Who is sitting on the backline, has the falling star moon, but no, it's too late. The turtle has been picked up by Evos SG. They act fast, they step their fingers, and now they're moving towards the bot side too. Chu has to be careful here, has the ultimate to get away, but probably doesn't want to overstay.
Yeah, I love that rotation coming from Evos, immediately winning the fight, recognizing they were all too low. But now Chu, like you said, overstaying his welcome, instantly gets taken out. Not only will they get this tier 1, they might even catch Odia Bambi out of position, but immediately Azura X come to the bot side. But what's happened at top? Harif as well as Kagura did manage to pick out the Paquito once again.
Excuse the pun, but this is like a boxing match, right? A 1-for-1 trade, bot side, top side. Both teams are just trading equally, and this is what you love to see from these high-tier teams. If you take my bot side, I'm just going to pressure top. We're always going to be trading resources. And at this point, what happens is both teams are artificially pushed forward in terms of economy. A lot of the carries pick up a lot of gold from the structures as well as kills. So we're accelerating the mid-game. We're accelerating things like, it's 6 minutes on the clock, 6.5. But in effect, it feels more like, 8 minutes in terms of items.
Now we're going to see Evos actually just apply a slightly more pressure across the map. They managed to take the tier 2 on the bottom side. That's going to unlock the red buff jungle on the side of Kingsman's side. We might just see a very huge team fight happening in front of our eyes.
1A2 getting bursted down. He has to get out, but JPO, he's the one in trouble. He needs help, but he needs to now. Here comes the Estes. He's still falling very low. Meanwhile, the backline, they immediately destroy A1, A2. Now Evos grouping up. This is what they do so well. A 5-man death ball. Potatoes charging in. He throws out the flaming football. That's all it's going to be for Evos. They get the pick, they get out, and now they're looking for the map plays.
If that was a tighter choke point, the around the world coming out from Bruno would have done so much more damage. But Kingsmen, immediately recognizing the fact that they were caught out of position, A1, A2, first where they go down, they don't take the fight, but they leave to see another day, right? You don't necessarily always have to commit to a fight every single time one of your members gets caught out.
I clenched a little bit when A1, A2 walked up. He throws the umbrella out. It's like, okay, I'm going to scout this. I know there's probably going to be someone here. There's no way he overextends for the tier 2 by himself. Bottom side of the map, Seoul is drawing pressure away from Kingsman. He's able to get out and allow his team to come in for the reinforcements. JPL is looking for it. He actually gets the stun onto the Azura X, and they might be able to finish him off, especially with the Meteor Shower. Another turtle going the way of Evos SG. JPL with the snap plays, flickers in. Rafa Dryad locks him in place for the team to get the kill.
We talked about the small windows of Spike, and this is where Pokemon and Seoul look so dangerous. Even after dying 3 times, Seoul has the items and the momentum needed to just burst someone down instantly. And that puts Kingsmen in a lot of fear because they can't afford to lose someone like Odia Bambi or even A1, A2 to just face check in the bush. And this is, the small little kind of, I would say, deficits when you have a tank out of the picture. So
you look at Kingsman's draft, right? They don't have a lot of burst damage apart from like Death Sonata. Or even Lun also, like with Zaman Force, he has to jump in and out. He's gradually chipping people away. The Estes solves so much of that problem. As JPL, he's going to get walked out upon by Azura X. He immediately throws out the ball. He says, I don't want to stick around. Evos SG, they're pushing out for mid priority. The Lord is going to be spawning in 75 seconds. They want to control the map first. This team is actually really good at doing that, right? I've been watching Evos so much. They understand, hey, the side wave is frozen at a neutral position. Someone go and farm it, someone go and push it out because in 30 seconds, Kingsman is going to be forced to reply to that wave. That gives us a window to walk into the jungle and make a pick.
That was exactly what happened when we saw Lun forced to go to the top lane to defend that tier 3 turret, and they already lost Azura X in that process as well. So it essentially turns it into a 4v2 situation. And this is what Evos is just so good at manipulating this race.
True though, he reads the play well. He's like, if one person is going to go top, I'm going to split the map and play bot. Issue here is Evos SG still have bot tier 2 up, so that is going to allow them to push the wave back. Granted, you lose the gold and EXP there, but it's not a lot of pressure, right? So can just immediately respond and shove it out again. Less than 30 seconds on the clock for Turtle. Kingsmen, they need to control the top half of their jungle. This triangle is super important because if they walk in and they get caught, if they don't have vision, they instantly die. You can see JPL is just threatening because he has the Wrath of Dryad. He has the Flicker too. If they walk into a choke, he engages, Evos fights. Engage though coming in from Kingsmen, they're looking for Girl, they're looking for JPL, but JPL, he has the flicker, he has the ultimate. Kingsmen immediately disengage. They know that their choke is too dangerous. You don't want to fight into that crowd control from the Belric.
Excellent bait coming up for Gur as well, sending the Estus forward, but knowing that he has to Purify, dodges the Tyrant's Revenge, so they burn so much on trying to kill this Estus, but they got nothing out of it. Really smart play coming up for Evos SG.
That's a big ultimate down. They don't have that for this next Lord contest, and even Girl without his ultimate is like fine, because your teammates, like we said, are tanky enough. There's no burst on Kingsman's side. You can probably keep them healed up and immediately Girl's out. As I say, that comes back up. Azure X still have a couple of moments more before that's available. Evos aren't pressing the matter. They're controlling the waves. They're keeping control of this top half of the jungle where Potato starting their Lord now is going to drag it towards the Evos SG side.
I was just looking around, trying to see if any Kingsmen members will come knocking on the door.
X is actually the one that's going to be walking in and scouting this fight out. They jump in though. Evos SG, they have to be very careful. Look at the damage. Girl is falling very low, but Azure X is going down too. The meteor shower immediately decimates them as Girl dies, but Potato, he's able to get the revenge for his team. Lord is very low. It's probably going to reset here as Evos SG chase down. They're looking for, oh dear, Bambi, and oh dear, he's down. The Lord has been reset, but Evos SG, they know that 3 members of Kingsmen are out. This is a free objective for Evos SG.
I love how Evos SG just tore Kingsmen into 2. They split up Kagura as well as Shu down onto the bottom half of the Lord's Pit. You had Odia Baby caught on top side. We're going to see that immediately on instant replay.
Justin.
Yeah, look at this. You got Loon trying to jump in with the Kagura, right? But there's absolutely no way for A1, A2 to jump into the midst of it. Chu's caught off to the bottom. You got Odia Baby isolated on top side. They've got no damage whatsoever to sustain through this fight because of the Moonwell's blessing. They only pick up Go, and other than that, they can't even fight into the Lord's Pit just because Evos is so tight-knitted. And that's why the Baloric is such a good fit.
One big thing we saw too was Pokemon was playing Artillery Mage. He's like outside of the fight, throwing meteor shower. He's like, okay guys, just sit within this choke, this line of fire. If they fight you, they definitely lose. And Evos SG, they play around these team fights so well. Kingsmen now, they are down 6k, but they are no means out of this game. Moving up, looking for the orange buff. They have to give this one over as the Falling Star Moon catches Soul out, but there's no follow-up. Shoes out will be down for a while. At least they get the orange buff for Odia Bambi. Meanwhile, Mirrored on the other side, JPL is like hiding there too. They're taking their turns to play hide and seek on this map. The Lord is going to be pushing up the top side. The inhibitor is the target for Evos SG. Chu leading the charge. Remember, he has his Falling Star Moon up right now as the meteor shower immediately forces them away to get the inhibitor. Can they get any more? Is the question for Evos SG now. They will sacrifice the Lord as it pushes in and turn their attention towards the mid inhibitor. Look at the jump coming in from Soul. Look at the damage. And immediately dead is Loon. And oh my goodness, Kingsmen. They don't know what hit him. Now jumping back in, Azure X immediately flees the fight. He's made a horrible decision and messed up. And now Kingsmen, they have to round to the fountain. Another meteor shower coming out. Evos SG, this could be game, Justin.
Yeah, it might just be game here in a 4v3 or rather 5v3 situation. They're forcing their way through and there's absolutely no way that Kingsmen can defend this. And looks like Evos SG is going to pick up the first game of this best of 3 series.
You saw